figured we'd take a look at this situation with Jehovah's Witnesses that's going on right now. As you can see, I have this website. It's abcnews.com, abcnews.go.com, apparently. And it's about Jehovah's Witnesses. The title is Court Reverses $35 Million Verdict Against Jehovah's Witnesses by Matt Voles, Associated Press. So let's give this article a read and see what it has to say. Helena, Montana. The Montana Supreme Court on Wednesday reversed a $35 million judgment against the Jehovah's Witnesses for not reporting a girl's sexual abuse to authorities. Montana law requires officials, including clergy, to report child abuse to state authorities when there's reasonable cause for suspicion. However, the state's high court said in its 7-0 decision that the Jehovah's Witnesses fall under an exemption to that law in this case. Clergy are not required to report known or suspected child abuse if the knowledge results from a congregation member's confidential communication or confession, and if the person making the statement does not consent to disclosure, Justice Beth Baker wrote in the opinion. The ruling overturns a 2018 verdict awarding compensatory and punitive damages to the woman who was abused as a child in the mid-2000s by a member of the Thompson Falls Jehovah's Witness congregation. The woman had accused the church's national organization of ordering Montana clergy members not to report her abuse to authorities. So this is a really interesting story, an interesting situation, and the reason is because there are laws on a lot of states' books that are designed to protect clergy if somebody reports a crime to them or something. So it's only in the case of, like, for example, if you have like a Catholic priest and somebody is confessing to them and they confess like a serious crime, the priest is protected by law from revealing that information to anybody, period. It's like attorney-client privilege. Like, they can tell the priest anything, pretty much, and they're protected, right? So this law was designed for that. Is that what Jehovah's Witnesses are doing? The problem here is that Jehovah's Witnesses don't really have a form of confession like that. It's not like that. They don't have confession like Catholics do or others. So Jehovah's Witnesses picked up on this law, found this law in the books, and said, no, this is what was happening. This is what we were doing. It was a confession type situation. Yeah. So what they told us was protected, and that's why we didn't report. Not for any other reason, like the two-witness rule or any other thing, any other stupid thing that they have set up to prevent people from reporting crimes to the police. Like, why do they even defend that decision? Like, that's outrageous. Anyways, it wasn't for anything like that. They're only doing this to get out of paying the $35 million. And it looks like it's worked, at least temporarily. This was in appellate court, I think. So as far as I understand, I think it was the Montana Supreme Court. That's what it was. So from here, they can go, as far as I understand it, they can go to a federal court. I'm not sure which federal courts are in that area of Montana, but they can go to a federal court to try to get that overturned. And if the federal court still disagrees, they can take it to the Supreme Court of the United States. Now, federal courts and the Supreme Court don't always hear cases anyways. Like, they can pick and choose which ones they want to hear. So it's possible it may just stop here, but that's an extremely serious blow to the movement. It's pretty disappointing that Jehovah's Witnesses won that. It kind of set some precedent for them. A little bit disappointing, but you know what? We're just going to keep pushing through no matter what. We'll see what happens from here.